with me from Port of Miami. It's been a journey. Ain't that changed?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Bengals going up against the Titans. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of USC. It's Matt Castle.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Here's Castle. And his first pass is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Room to run past midfield. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And
that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks. So a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is. Jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Castle. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! 319! 319!
They'll drop to throw. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Third down from the gun, Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. On the first quarter of action. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Derrick Henry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They'll look to throw here. He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Three yards remaining here on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offensive coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down now after the pass completion. Dalton here from the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. His throw incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing, Dalton, and caught, right side, Green. And he's brought down. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Brian Orakpo coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Partner, I know the ball security's preach like crazy, but every now and then you got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Titans are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Bengals just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Titans opening up on offense. Henry's going to bust out into open space, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. They strike first in the half. Offense out now after the fumble. Woods has got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 10. Titans line up at the 8. Neal's by himself here, and it leads to a touchdown as they move out in front, 14-0. Bengals have it at the 37. Orakpo's going to take down the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. So that'll do it for us in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get back up to Nashville as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daquan Jones able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Fresh set of downs here. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They haven't been all that great. I mean, both offenses struggling, but you look at their lead. They've taken advantage of the breaks that they needed to take advantage of.
And I love baseball. I just do. I like going to a game. And I like
baseball, too.
And I like 3-run homers as much as anyone. It's fun, right? I also like it when a guy gets a single or a walk, steals second, gets run it over to third, sacrifice fly, brings him home. You just never know how you're going to fashion runs, and that's what we've seen in this game. They figured out a way to score, even though the offense hasn't been in gear.
Now small ball. Their small ball's been very good, opening up this lead.
Now let's go!
They'll set up a throw. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I guess this is how you define backs against the wall. You have a long way to go. You're down by more than a score.
And the defense really isn't going to allow you to get a big play, but sometimes you just have to force it.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Eric Decker, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was it?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And going full confidence, against their opponents now because they see them coming and think.
And it is now 21-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And it was the Redskins that came away victorious there. Matt Jones, a touchdown run to help lead the way. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Tennessee, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.